All right, hello everyone, and now thank you for tuning in. As always, if I get up to 25 viewers on Twitch, I end up streaming a third game, and well, the host definitely pushed me over the edge. So thank you everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Have been having a great time, and I should really be going to observer mode in this matchup between Ling and 120 versus Lin. Lin spawning as the red orc over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Ling spawning as the blue undead over here on the bottom right. Undead versus orc once again. Hopefully you guys can enjoy another nice orc replay and a nice undead replay. I think Night Elf was the only game I didn't cast today, and that's actually a breath of fresh air, I gotta admit. I've been casting a lot. It felt like everyone was playing and switching to Night Elf for the longest time, and then, well, Blizzard released a patch, and then everyone's just like, "Oh, okay, let's not do that anymore. Let's get back to our main races. It seems like things are a little bit more balanced, as it is gonna be a Dreadlord first." Ling opening up with Dreadlord first, going up against Lin, who is going for a Blade Master first, but no barracks. All right, or wait, what am I talking about? Barracks is right here. All right, I was temporarily blinded. Barracks is right here. It is a single orc burrow. We're gonna see if we are gonna be looking at a second orc burrow, that timing, and what really will we be looking for. Farseer, and most likely we'll be able to try to clear out this creep camp here. Maybe even try to use lightning shield on that grunt to deal a little bit of extra damage, while saving all of that extra lumber from a orc burrow to try and get to tier 2. All right, Blade Master now making its way back down once again. Voodoo Lounge here, ready to go. Grunt and Blade Master will be able to clear out this creep camp fairly fast. And as they clear it out, well, head back, pick up some items, and then go along its merry way. Cloak of Shadows, not the item he was looking for, but at the same time, he'll gladly sell that item, pick up the necessary items that he wants, and get away. Oh, wait, let's take a look at that. Cloak of Shadow, he is actually going to hold on to that. Interesting choice. Meanwhile, Ling has, well, gone for that Dreadlord expand, a very common strategy, normally used against humans and orc players, as it puts in a lot of pressure. It forces the undead or the orc player to try and come across here. Let's take a look. Oh, Dreadlord actually got to level 2. There's a sleep onto a grunt. Low hit point ghoul now gonna try and get away. Grunt was actually able to slip back out, as we're gonna see a surround again. All right, Grunt, what is going on here? Let's take a look. Acolyte is right there. Blade Master might purposely windwalk push his way through onto that Grunt there, as this low hit point ghoul is going to try and get away. All right, we're going to see that once more, trying to finish off the Grunt. Grunt now down to 130 hit points. Acolyte should be attempting to build a Ziggurat here. Blade Master may be trying to get some extra damage onto the Ziggurat as well, and if he can force a cancellation, well, that's also good news for him. All right, a new Ziggurat getting added in. Blade Master gonna try and engage right there. Let's take a look. Down to 36 hit points. It gets canceled once again. A new Ziggurat being added in, and this time adding in the Haunted Gold Mine as well. All right, Acolyte and Skeletal Minions purposely staying nearby. Blade Master going to be making its way back over. Blade Master picked up the Dust of Appearance to deny it from Ling. Grunt has joined back in on the fight. As you can see, both sides, well, trying to deal the damage, or try to deal damage and shut down their opponent. Ling is not going to be able to get this Haunted Gold Mine up, as we're going to take a look. This Blade Master, well, is going to go ahead and use the Cloak of Shadows. Cloak of Shadows comes back in strong. Ling perhaps thought that, you know, there's only so much mana on that Blade Master. I can outlast the Blade Master in that aspect. Meanwhile, Blade Master now going to come across here. Grunt could get taken down. As we take a look at Ling, we should be seeing a cancellation right there. Grunt does end up getting lost, but the expansion has been delayed for quite some time. And what happened since then? All right. Lin able to get to tier 2. We should be looking at a Bestiary, Shadow Hunters, Orc Burrows are all down. Surprised that a War Mill was not there. Don't know why he brought a low hit point Grunt in. Well, the low hit point Grunt, if it could cause a delay on the Haunted Gold Mine, reset it for 20 seconds. then it was an overall win. So you're trying to, even though you ended up losing that grunt there by delaying the haunted gold mine by maybe even 45 seconds or longer, you ended up having an overall net positive game. Dreadlord gonna end it. Oh, Mr. Ola, thank you for the follow. Ghoul is now gonna go ahead and finish off the Forest Trolls once again. Dreadlord will get to level 3 here, but interestingly enough, it is Sleep and Vampiric Aura as opposed to Carrion Swarm. Carrion Swarm is generally really strong, but going up against Orc, well, he is correct in that it isn't as strong. Orc is not known for a large number of low hit point units such as Human is, and because of that, well, the Carrion Swarm doesn't deal nearly as much damage. Back off to the north here, Blade Master still wandering around. Forest Troll Berserker's Grunt's gonna go ahead and join in on the fight. Let's take a look. There is the Tauren Totem. There is that Bestiary that we are expecting, and we are looking at a Tauren Chieftain instead of the Shadow Hunter as that follow-up hero. Items being transferred over. Blade Master gonna, well, quickly finish off this Forest Troll High Priest. I would have thought the Tauren Chieftain would. Nope, didn't have Stomp as of yet, as he did go for Endurance Aura first. Blade Master attacking a little bit faster, moving a little bit faster, all very, very important. Meanwhile, Dreadlord finishes off the mercenary camp and will be moving on its merry way. Graveyard is now done. Necropolis teching the tier 2. Bye. Necropolis teching the tier 2 as we should be transitioning into the Slaughterhouse. Off to the north here, Tauren Chieftain looking to get to level 2 as well. Blade Master, I do not believe we'll get to level 3, just going to be a little bit shy. Kobold's going to get taken down. Forest Troll Berserker finishing off some units as, well, both sides just trying to build up the right size army. Bestiary, Raider getting added in. We're sitting at 37 over 40 supply compared to 41 over 50. Dreadlord does get to level 4, has Claws of Attack plus 6, and gets Scourgebone Chimes, perhaps the most useless item for a Dreadlord that has, well, level 2 Vampiric Aura. Back off to the north here, Skeletal Minion scouts out the expansion. This will get shut down. And really, what we're waiting for is ER-Ling to finally capitalize on his expansion. He's going to have a lot of extra gold, and he's going to be able to spend that gold and get the army that he wants. And we're waiting for, what, the Ultra of Darkness was lost earlier? All right, so the Ultra of Darkness was taken out earlier. I don't know how I missed that. My apologies. But the Ultra of Darkness was taken out earlier, and with that, well, Forest Troll Shadow Priest also getting taken out. It may actually delay the second hero. No, it will get finished in time. Perhaps a Scroll of Town Portal or something had trapped a unit, as we also see a Tome of Retraining now on ER-Ling's unit. All right, there you go. It is going to be Vampiric Aura, and now transition into Carrion Swarm, or I have to believe it's going to be Carrion Swarm there. All right, in come the units. This army, oh, this might actually be very bad news. The Blade Master actually spots this. We are going to turn this into a turnaround potential creepjack, waiting for the right timing as the Blade Master shows up to the party. Tauren Chieftain is here. Is the Tauren Chieftain going to be able to get in front? There's an ensnare. Slows everything down. Are we going to perhaps get into a stomp? There's a Carrion Swarm, but not really much is going on here. Tauren Chieftain there puts his foot down, slows everything up. Scroll of Town Portal. So many ghouls could get lost. 1, 2, 3 ghouls lost right there. Skeletal Minion lost as well as the Blade Master finishes off the remaining creeps. Beautiful, beautiful timing. That was like a hidden strike, a surprise attack. Blade Master using Windwalk, keeping track of his opponent, and then realizing, you know what, I'm going to break off from the fight at the Goblin Laboratory in order to creepjack my opponent. He burned a Scroll of Town Portal and lost a large number of units as well. Taking a look back across here, ER-Ling, however, is now up on his bases. He's only mining with 4 acolytes at the expansion though, so he is getting 20%, or I guess 10% less than what he should be getting right now. Back off to the north here, Blade Master going to go ahead, get ready to engage. Let's take a look. Tauren Chieftain, is he going to throw down a stomp? Yes, he does. Gets 4 units stopped in its tracks once again, as the Blade Master could try and focus down some more units again. All right, there's that Carrion Swarm. Another big stomp right there. Blade Master finishing off another ghoul A couple of ensnares do go down as the Blade Master is going to be able to finish off any of the ghouls down to the south. Dreadlord trying to, well, slowly eat its way through with those bats, but it's not dealing enough damage. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord down to 150 hit points. Another ghoul could get taken out here. And the Raiders and the Blade Master with grunts are just dealing so much damage consistently and just winning this war of attrition. You can see ER Ling is only down by 7 supply, but the Blade Master is almost at level 4, and the Tauren Chieftain is already at level 3. In terms of experience, well, Lin has a very big advantage, and all that's really happening is Lin's, well, ER Ling's extra gold, extra units is turning into dead units, which is then turning into extra experience for the Blade Master and the other remaining units. Tauren Chieftain off to the north here, low on mana. You can see Healthstone being picked up. Tauren Chieftain now should be able to regenerate, well, hit points very quickly. This one I saw crazy turnarounds. All right, thank you for still sticking around. Please don't well, spoil anything for the viewers out there, as the Blade Master is still running across to the south here. Any easy pickings down to the south? No easy pickings as of yet. Also, no shade by ER Ling. That also is a big surprise, as we are now going into Ghoul Frenzy. All right, Mass Ghoul Army, Ghoul Frenzy could deal a lot of damage. Dreadlord now coming across here. Blade Master, if it gets to level 4, as it gets closer to level 6, if it actually gets Blade Storm, well, this army of ghouls will just die like a hot knife through butter, as the Blade Master deals so much damage, and the ghouls, with their small collision radius, clump up so much. I don't know if the game will actually get that far. And, well, another thing to note is that the Carrion Swarm is actually having a big impact on all of these raiders as well. It's starting to eat away, especially if the Dreadlord gets to level 5. For level 3, that's going to change things up again. All right, Tauren Chieftain, perfect spot right there. There's a stomp, trying to finish off some units. Quick Scroll of Town Portal to head back, and there they go. All right, Tauren Chieftain now heading off to the north, going to finish off a creep camp that they had started earlier. Gonna try and split this apart in every different way to minimize the amount of damage that it does. Blade Master is at 4. Tauren Chieftain will get to 4 as well, and also picking up a Goblin Shredder to join in on the fight. All right, there goes some more units again. Finishing off all of these ground units. Kobold Taskmaster will get taken down. There it goes. Tauren Chieftain now at level 4 with level 2 Endurance Aura, faster movement speed, being able to get in and out of bad situations. Meanwhile, Belt of Giant Strength will most likely be given to the Tauren Chieftain after an item goes to the Blade Master. All right, Circlet of Nobility onto that Blade Master now. Meanwhile, this Ghoul Frenzy army, wow, that is a very fast-moving army of ghouls, very fast attack. And, well, ghouls with Ghoul Frenzy do counter raiders. This is actually going to come as a bit of a shock, I think. All of a sudden, this is like a Zergling rush in StarCraft 2, completely turning around and going to eat through so many of these units so quickly. Carrion Swarm eating through so many units as well. Dreadlord going to finish this off. And this might be one of those situations where spiked barricades is absolutely necessary. Wind Rider up in the air. There's a big stomp there. Carrion Swarm rips through. As you can see, Vampiric Aura just dealing or healing up so much damage. However, the ghouls are going to end up falling as well. The Wind Rider able to pick apart and deal so much damage as well. Another Carrion Swarm right there. There goes some more raiders. Blade Master trying to finish things around, down to 20 hit points, down to 6 hit points. It gets taken down. Blade Master taken down. However, Ankh of Reincarnation will bring him back as the Carrion Swarm is eating through so many units. Let's take a look back across here. Surrounding a Tauren Chieftain is highly ill-advised, but the Tauren Chieftain currently low on mana is going to be able to break its way out of this, well, sticky situation. Carrion Swarm, Dreadlord trying to make its way through another beautiful Carrion Swarm eating through another unit there, as the Zergling rush is strong. Tauren Chieftain with Endurance Aura level 2, unable to easily break free from the Tauren, from this just massive army of units. The Tauren Chieftain is desperately on the run, but it does have mana. All right, there's a stomp. It stomps on a ghoul. So much stun right there. Tauren Chieftain is in trouble, but it does have a Scroll of Town Portal. At this point, just try and stay alive as long as you can. Finish off some more units. Blade Master has its eyes set on a ghoul, but gets whisked away. 50 supply compared to 50 supply. Wind Rider in the air. Wow, massive heals going around for the Orc. Lin saving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units that are in the red to live and fight another day. That's gotta be, what is that? Wind Rider, Raider, 11, Torn Chieftain, 18 supply? If my estimation is correct. Meanwhile, ghouls are now making their way in and joining on the fight. Now, there is diminishing returns on a mass ghoul army. If the ghoul is not attacking, then it's really not going to be dealing that much. Dreadlord, however, going to get to level 6 and summon the Infernal. That is going to be absolutely crazy. A couple of ghouls getting ensnared there. Blademaster shows up to the party and says, you know what, I can finish one off, and I can finish another one off as well. Blademaster getting to level 6, now actually in the realm of possibility in this matchup. If it does get to level 6, those ghouls are not going to know what killed them, or actually no, we're all going to know what killed them. Bladestorm, as that Blademaster can deal so much damage so quickly. Blademaster finds a ghoul, going to try to finish it off. Ghoul, however, fast enough and says, you know what? He's the gingerbread man. You can't catch him. He runs way too fast, as the Blademaster now heads back off to the north. All right, Tauren Chieftain moving around very fast as well. Raiders, Wind Riders, all here. The Blademaster wants to get to level 5, so does the Tauren Chieftain. What's going to go down in this matchup? Gargoyles are here as well. Gargoyles will eat through those Wind Riders in no time flat. Economic advantage, and the Great Hall with the spiked barricades now added in. All right, spiked barricades might actually force an engagement, and that's actually what's funny right here, that the army of Ling does not want to fight against the base of Lin because of the reflected damage. And you can take a look at this. If it's actually continuing to be upgraded, no fortified armor now. But yeah, the ghouls would actually take a serious bit of damage. There's the watchtower there. And let's take a look at this. You can take a look. Well, are they going to try and repair? There's the carry-on swarm. There's a little bit of damage coming across. And the Troll Bat Rider going to go ahead and come on suicide there. Blademaster going to go ahead and engage. There's the Infernal. There is the Stomp. So much stun across so many units. There's the Scroll of Healing to try and counteract that, as the Great Hall is dealing so much damage back to these ghouls. I believe it's, what, 5 damage per swipe, but there's just simply too many of them out onto the field. There goes the Great Hall. It does get taken down. Infernal is still right there. 220 critical strike coming across. Blademaster is going to be in trouble. Is he going to get taken down? Just standing next to an Infernal can and is hazardous to your health. Blademaster forced to walk away. Tauren Chieftain is right here. Is he going to be able to break free? Yes. Oh, wait, is that Carry-On Swarm eats through all of the air. There's a big stomp as well. Tauren Chieftain. Scroll of Healing. Is it going to be used? Scroll of Town Portal instead. Wind Rider trying to go after all of those units. There's another stomp again. And what is going on in this game? All right, Dreadlord finishes off a watchtower now. Ghouls all trying to head back. It looked like if that Tauren Chieftain had actually stomped on the remaining ghouls, that would have been enough. But no, Ling now down to 45 supply. Where is his army? There's a couple of ghouls and acolytes and gargoyles here. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord is at level 6. And the Dreadlord does have the Orb of Corruption, so can in fact attack those Wind Riders. We are at 37 supply compared to 49, 2 bases to 2 bases. The Watchtowers did do a little bit of damage right there, as we are now going into armor upgrades as well. Blademaster getting very close to level 6 now, and there isn't as many ghouls. The Tauren Chieftain seems to be dealing enough damage, and this is one of those spots where if you had a shaman with lightning shield on that Tauren Chieftain, this game could have been over already. The lightning shield would have eaten through and done so much damage. Back across over here, Dreadlord just kills an acolyte, or a little acolyte there, just because it can, as the ghouls finish off the remaining trees off over here. All right, a little bit of a breather in the action. Tiny Great Hall being established. Watchtower also being established as well. Mining is going to be done in about, in exactly 97 seconds. And with that said and done, the Blademaster now makes its way back down to the south. Dreadlord is going to be off over here, ready and in position. Carry-on Swarm will be plentiful. There is also a potion of mana. for a Summon Infernal at just the right time. Blade Master Raiders are going to try and engage. Let's take a look at this. There is the turnaround. Blade Master going to try and fight here. There's a big stomp. A bunch of damage already getting mitigated as those ghouls are just stunned for so long. Dreadlord is in trouble. Another stomp there, and the Dreadlord gets taken out. Putting his foot down. So much death. The Dreadlord stomps again. And that is the end of the game right there. Lin coming away with the victory. E. Arling unable to win as level 3 stomp greater than ghouls. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.